King Rexy here, and today we're back with Kingdom Rush Origins. And today we're moving on to the second $5 character in the game, which is Lynn.
The end is near.
Lynn is honestly really interesting character. She's probably one of the most fun ones to play with. So let's just check out her stats real quick. 530 health, which is, pretty decent amount of health. Medium armor, so she can sustain pretty good amount of damage. 24 to 36 attack, granted it's not the highest, but it's pretty decent. And average attack rate, so good stats. But that's not really what makes her outstanding. What makes her outstanding, however, is her abilities. They are by far one of the most interesting in the game. So let's jump into them, shall we? The first one is Hex Fury.
Is near.
This one is pretty awesome. 360 true damage, and it does by 6 attacks, so technically speaking, she does 60 true damage per attack, which is pretty nice. And if the target is cursed, I believe it does, when it's maxed, 120 extra damage, which means you do 480 true damage to a single target. Well, in my opinion, that's the strongest attack in the game, as far as true damage is considered. Of course, excluding special abilities, because they're meant to be overpowerful. But as far as the regular ability is considered, this one just takes the cake. It's awesome. And the cooldown is only like 16 seconds. Do you realize how short 16 seconds is? Oh my god, I don't know. This ability is just, delicious. The second one is Curse of Despair.
Enthralled.
This one is pretty decent. I mean, the cooldown is like only 18 seconds, so she's gonna end up doing it pretty often, which is always a plus. And if you're wondering about the statistics, she reduces their damage by 30% and their movement speed by 50%. And for 8 seconds, that's not bad. The only thing is that there need to be at least 3 people in her vision or close to her in order for this to happen. Which is a little bit of a negative side on it, but whatever. It ends up being pretty nice. Really good crowd control ability. And her other curse is Weakening Curse.
Enthralled. Wait.
That one, however, is even better. That's what makes her, in my opinion, one of the strongest single target duelists in the game. She reduces the armor and magic resistance by 70%. For example, if you have someone with high armor, he's gonna go down to low armor, just like that. And the duration is pretty good too. It's not like it's a short time at all. So it ends up being pretty awesome, not gonna lie. I love it. It's really strong ability, and it's definitely peaks when you're fighting someone really strong. It's awesome, not gonna lie. Her fourth ability is pretty interesting as well. It is Charm of Misfortune. That one ends up being a little bit interesting. I'm not a big fan of chance-based abilities, but this one has 45% chance. Basically half the attacks that hit her she's gonna take no damage. That's awesome. That makes her way more durable than you think. Just max out this one, man. It's worth it. Especially if you're fighting someone really strong. I mean, granted, it's chance based, but because she's so good, I'm just gonna let that one slide. And of course, her special ability is Fate Sealed. That one, however, is pretty dope. 700 damage is not a bad amount of damage. It's physical damage though, or at least I think it's physical damage. Maybe it's true damage, I don't know. But it's pretty decent, and lasts over 5 seconds, which is the duration that is gonna do the 700 damage. And it's pretty good if you're trying to damage someone really strong, or if you have a big crowd, you can just boop it and do that. Granted, the target must be dead in order for the explosion to happen, so if you're doing it on someone that has over 700 health, you're probably not gonna get the explosion, but still. You can use it in multiple ways. You can use it to do a lot of damage to a single target, or to just get rid of a big crowd of enemies with this explosion. 300 area damage in a pretty big area. Like, it's not a tiny area, it's a pretty big. And the cooldown is only 13 seconds. Yeah, sorry, did I say 13? I meant 30. My bad. So yeah, overall Lynn ends up being pretty boss. I like her. She's probably one of the best duelists in the game. She deserves 8.8 out of 10. I mean, I could give her a 9, but I don't know, man. I haven't used her all that much. Even though she is really strong and one of the more underrated characters in the game. She is awesome. But I just couldn't find myself giving her a 9, man. Her mobility is a little bit slow. Her damage other than her... And the main issue that I have with it is pretty simple. She doesn't really have any grouped damage abilities other than her special one. And in order for it to happen, you must kill someone. So yeah, even though she has some good crowd control abilities with her Curse of Despair, it's kind of iffy. It's kind of iffy for me. But in no way, shape or form is she bad. No, 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 no. Especially for the cost. She's worth it, man. If you're willing to get her, go get her. She's not gonna be a disappointment at all. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. While you're at it, drop a like on the video, it means a lot to me. And I'll see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out.